Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa and today I'm going to share with you how I set up my reading journal for 2024. So to start, this journal is from Archer and Olive. It's an A5 dotted grid notebook journal and it has a linen cover. It's this like pretty teal color with this cute little books and coffee image on the front that's kind of like a copper color. So opening up to the first page, it's got this really pretty shiny detail here with the leaves and everything. And then if you saw my last video, I had the same exact label in my 2023 reading journal. It's from when I was a kid and I have like a whole pack of them. They were gifted to me, so I think I want to keep using these in each reading journal that I have because they're just kind of special. And then opening to the next page, this is my like introduction cover page to the journal. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room to fit 2025 in here, so I didn't want to like make this just for 2024. So this is kind of just a general cover page. This is from Sticky Club. It was like an envelope that they sent in one of their like sticker packs. I really love them so much. I haven't been getting them for that long, but they're so cool. They have so many cool stickers and like other goodies that come with them. So I was really inspired by this image that was in one of the packs, and it reminds me, even though this is I think a girl, this reminds me of Howl from Howl's Moving Castle, like his bedroom, and then when he dyes his hair red. So I thought that was really cool. And then I used these washi tapes also from Archer and Olive to complete this setup, and they kind of also match the colors in this image. So there's ones with like cats and candles on it, and then there's like a books and coffee one. I think this set like goes with this journal. This red one, and then this one that has some words on it, like just one more chapter and so many books, so little time, that kind of thing. So these were like a main inspo for the setup as well. The next page is my table of contents, and you can see I've already started filling it in because I've done a few pages, but I did run out of room in my last journal, so I actually made a couple pages for this. So we have a second one, this cute little cat, and then we also have a third one just in case, because I kind of want room to put everything down. So that is there for when the time comes. Then we have a spread that I got pretty much from Pinterest again, and I thought this was really cute. Someone did like a reader bio, but they put like their favorite spot to read, their favorite genre, favorite series, things like that. And then I decided to make a favorite books of all time page as well. This page, a lot of these favorite books are from when I was a kid, and they just kind of stand the test of time, so that's why they're there. Like a series of unfortunate events, you know, Harry Potter, Sarah Dessen, which I don't read anymore, but this was like the first book of hers I read when I was middle school maybe, or early high school, and it's stuck with me ever since, so I just had to put that one there. And then some of these are more recent. This is my favorite spot to read, on the couch, and then I usually put on like music or rain sounds on YouTube to listen or to read to. My favorite format when I did this was physical and audiobook, but I am since coming around to my Kindle, which I got for Christmas, and that's right now probably my favorite format, so that might be a lie. Favorite genre, fantasy, and well, I should say genres, but you know, whatever, as you can tell from like some of my favorite books. The next page is my collective TBR, so I just keep adding and adding to this. It's probably gonna be never ending, but as I read a book, I will put an X here to show that I read it, and then I'm just gonna keep adding to it. So I made a few more pages, TBR continued, just so I can have enough room. Did I make one more? Nope. Okay, so I made 2 spreads for my TBR. And then after that is a spread from my old journal as well. I did a book recommendations page for friends and family, and then I made a little red column, so if I do read it, I can check it off. And then some words from books, either that I really like, that I think are cool, and maybe I want to like make sure I use more in my writing or my vocabulary or whatever, or words that maybe I haven't heard before, and then I put the definition down. Next page is my series tracker. I decided to add one of these this year. So I did put down some series that I haven't started yet, but I hopefully will this year, but who knows. So as I finish a book in a series, I just color it in, and I'm going from right to left instead of left to right because I might, they might publish a new book in the series, and then I can just keep adding squares if I need to. Then on this side, we have a book rating scale. I also kind of got this idea from Pinterest, and I just decided to get more detailed on this page of like how I'm rating books, just so I know I can kind of come back here and double check, like, is this how I really felt about a book before I give it a rating? I don't know, it's kind of cool. And then I got a new stamp from Etsy, which looks like this, so I also just wanted to use that on here. Okay, then we have my 2024 cover page, just in case, like I said, I have room for 2025, then it can be broken up into sections, and if not, then that's okay too. I put a little quote here. A lot of this stuff, like I said, is from Amazon. I have a few stamps, and then this sticker is what kind of inspired the colors of this spread, and this is from the Sticky Club. The next pages are a couple spreads just specific to 2024, so we have anticipated releases for the year. I haven't really gotten around to looking at the second half of the year, but I have a few for the first half. Then I really like this spread as well, like how it turned out. This is my 2024 reading goals. They're, again, pretty simple, but that's okay. I didn't want any like super complicated or difficult goals. So I have beat last year's number of books read, read Pride and Prejudice, because I did start that quite a few years ago and then just decided to stop. So it's one of my favorite movies ever of all time. So I really want to read the book and just read a classic for once in my life. Then we have read Throne of Glass series, because I've only read, I think, the first two back in 2020. So I want to get back into that. Read more from my TBR, just keep checking them off. And then DNF if I'm not feeling it. I have not been doing so well with that one so far. I'm trying to push through a book right now that I've been reading for months, and I should just DNF it, but I feel like I owe it to somebody to keep reading it, so we'll see what I do. I don't know. Then over here is my number of books goal tracker that I have on Goodreads, but I also wanted a place where I can record what format I'm reading my books in. So we have ebook, physical, and audiobook, each with a different color. So once I finish a book, I can color it in with that color. So as you can see, I've been reading almost exclusively ebooks because I'm really into my Kindle right now, and then just a couple audiobooks. I have not yet picked up a physical book. But we'll get there, I have like a limited trial for Kindle Unlimited right now, so I'm trying to get through that. And then I'll probably pick up some of my physical books. Then we have my books read spreads. So this is the same as I did in my last journal, where I just print out the book covers and put them down, and then I use my little stamp here, and then I stamp and color in the rating underneath. So this stamp kind of takes up more room than I was anticipating, because I used to just hand draw my stars. So I decided to color every other one in with black and then like a reddy orange color. I have most of the covers here. I do have to print off one that I haven't gotten to yet. And then, yeah, we'll just keep going. And I have a couple pages of this. So we have this one, and we have this one to continue on. And then we also have one more just in case, but I haven't decorated it yet, obviously. Then we come to the favorite book of 2024 book bracket. As I said, a lot of people on YouTube do this, so it's nothing original, but I really like it, and I think it's just fun to do. At the end of every month, I can come in here and write my favorite, and then we can start the battle. They battle it out until we get here, and this will be my favorite of 2024. It doesn't mean it was like the best book or the best written book of the year that I read, but just like my favorite in terms of enjoyment for me. So for January, this is my favorite, and then we still have to fill out a couple more. Then we get into my individual month cover spreads and also individual spreads for the books that I read. So sorry for the glare right there, but this is actually a picture from my old calendar of 2023. Alphonse Mucha. Is that how you say it? Probably not. This guy. So I had a calendar with all of his art in it, and now since, it has no use, I can start to cut it up and use it for journaling, which I think is really fun. Usually on these spreads, I kind of decorate this side. Well, I decorate both sides. This is kind of the cover page, and then over here is where I like to write down the books that I read that month. So I read 5 of them for January. And when I decorated this, I was like, oh, the birthstone for January is garnet, and it kind of looks like she's holding like a garnet jewel, and the coloring's kind of there. So then I was like, oh, what if for all the other months for kind of a theme, because I sometimes struggle for like how to decorate my monthly cover spreads. What if I did them based on the birthstones of each month? So you'll see in my next video for February, I actually did kind of like an amethyst inspired cover spread, and I think I'm going to try to stick with that. So before I turn the page into my individual spreads, I just want to warn you that the writing that I have written on that page is full of spoilers for each of these books. So if you do not want spoilers for any of these books that I'm going to show you, please do not read what I wrote, because like I said, it's full of stuff that has happened and my thoughts on it, so just be careful when I'm flipping through them. The first book I read was House of Sky and Breath, because I have not read that before. I read Crescent City when the year it came out, was that 2021 or something, and then I didn't read House of Sky and Breath until this year. So I decided to read it, obviously, because then Flame and Shadow came out the next month. So yes, my first spread is a Sarah J. Maas book. So yes, be careful of this writing here. But I actually really like how this spread came out. I think it's quite pretty. It's a good way to start the year off. I like how I did the title. Of course, the fan art's always really cool, and it kind of fits the blue and gold vibes of the cover over here. So yeah, I gave this book a 4 stars. Although it was like a huge whiplash, and we were going everywhere and everything was happening and it was like crazy, I still gave it a 4 stars because I had fun. Was it the best thing ever? No, but I had fun. I say that for a lot of books, I feel like. Then we have Divine Rivals. Again, this is a very popular book, so if you haven't read it, please don't read my writing. But I ended up giving this book a 4.5. I really enjoyed it. I also really like how this spread turned out too, with the purples and everything, the purpley blue colors. I think that's really nice. This was a very cute quote that I really liked. Some people really didn't enjoy the ending of this book, but I really liked it actually. So I still have to read the second one, so we'll see how that one goes. Okay, then we have The Silent Patient, which I also enjoyed. I gave it a 4. I haven't read many kind of mystery thrillers, so for someone who has read a lot of them, I feel like some people rated this a little bit lower, but I thought it was a decent mystery. And then we have the third book in the Wayward Children series by Seanan McGuire, and this one was alright too. I like, again, how I decorated both of these pages. I don't know if I like them together in one spread like this, but I think if you covered up each one, I like them individually. Then the last book I read in January was The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Gave this one also a 4.5 stars, so it was a pretty good reading month for me. No 5 stars yet, but almost. This one, again, was it the best book ever? No, but it was a good, fun, entertaining read, and I kept wanting to go back to it. And that has a lot of value to me when I'm rating. If I liked it and I had fun. Of course, there's things that you can nitpick about it and stuff, but it was a good time in a genre that I really like. So, it was funny. I laughed. There were some pretty funny quotes. I really liked how the main love interest in this book wasn't he's supposed to be obviously handsome and built and all that stuff, but he wasn't perfect. He had scars all over him, and she doesn't talk about how perfectly handsome he is, but he's super rugged and has some just different qualities that I think in other books those things aren't really present. So I enjoyed that part about it as well. It was a good time. Here's a sneak peek of February, but we'll get to that in my next video. So in my next video, we'll be looking at my February setup and my February reads, and also my March setup. Perhaps my March reads, depends on when I film the next video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it gave you some journal inspiration, and if there's anything that you saw, stickers, pictures, whatever, that you would like to know where it's from, let me know down in the comments, and I'd be happy to find it for you, or at least tell you where it's from so you can do some research. And yeah, if you enjoyed this flip through, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give the video a like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!